Greetings, toy heads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams. Today, we are taking a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Archive Edition Grand Moff Tarkin. This is one that I picked up at Ollie's, obviously there. It was during the, I don't know if I got this during the 33% off or if I got this before then, but it was $10. And I already have the original Grand Moff Tarkin, but I really didn't plan on getting the archive series one, but you know, it was $10, so I jumped on it, and we're going to do a compare and contrast. But first, let's take a look here. Here we have that archive edition card back with the blister pack on there. We've got the little artwork, the black and white artwork of Grand Moff Tarkin, Peter Cushing right there. Archive Star Wars The Black Series, Grand Moff Tarkin down there, ages 4+. On the back, we have another picture of that black and white artwork and a picture of the original box. That was one of the first few waves, I believe. Star Wars The Black Series, there's a whole blurb about Grand Moff Tarkin from 2018. Jibbery jabbery legal jargon across the board, ages 0 to 3, you know what that means.
If your child is not born yet, they shouldn't play with these toys.
That's right, you're welcome. Disney and Hasbro logo. On the bottom here, we've got a whole bunch of jibbery jabbery legal jargon, Houses of Klingon, and barcode. Let's go ahead and get him out of here. I'm not going to worry about the packaging here because I'm not going to keep this one. I'm just going to let's pop that out. And we'll get the interrogation droid out of here. And then get Grand Moff Tarkin out, and we'll take this crap and throw it away because I'm not going to keep that. All right, let's get him on the pedestal and we'll have a look. Okay, here we have him on the pedestal. Let's have a look at the one and only accessory, which is the interrogation droid. And this figure is pretty much, I would say, probably at least 90% reuse on the figure and the accessories. Here is my original interrogation droid, and I would have to say it's pretty much the same. This is just a complete 100% reuse of the original there. They did a really good job with it. It's got really no articulation. It's just a bunch of little arms. It's got the needle right there on the side. Little red paint apps for the lights and little bits and bobs all over the place there. It just looks nasty. We never really saw what it did in the movie to Princess Leia, but it had to be pretty awful. Probably pretty even with what they did to Han Solo on Bespin. I don't know what that whole table with all the rusty knives and crap sticking out of it, but yeah, pretty awful. And then it comes on it's got a little ball stand that it's on. The other one you can remove it, but this one doesn't seem like that pops out of there. But it's got a little clear plastic stand, translucent stand that it sits on to simulate that it's hovering. And that's pretty much it. It's just it's like a black ball with some silver and red paint apps on it, and that's pretty much it. Moving that aside, here we've got Grand Moff Tarkin, and let's get the ruler and measure him up. And he stands at actually just pretty much right at 6 inches tall, just maybe a teensy bit smaller than that. Let's grab my original and bring him out here. The biggest thing with the archive series is that they bring these back out, and for the most part, they do a new face sculpt or new head sculpt. Looking at these two, there is a slight difference. You can see on the new one here, we have on the right eyebrow is like slightly raised a little more. The flesh tone is has a little bit more pink in it than this one is very, very pale. I would say it's a little fuzz hair thing on it, like it was from the packaging. Looking at them from the side, the hair sculpt, I mean, pretty much this is a same sculpt as before, just with a little bit slight difference on, it just looks, well, I don't know. Actually, looking at them side by side, I guess it's just really a difference of the flesh tone, maybe. You know, make him kiss. The eyes seem to be a little bit better detail with the eyes. Like I said, the flesh tone is a lot different. As far as the insignia and the keys, those little communication and key cylinders in his pockets, those look to be the same. One noticeable difference is the gray in the uniform is a little bit more, has a little bit more green gray on this one than this one just being gray. The belt pretty much looks the same. The boots on the new one are much shinier, it appears, and there is a little bit more, like this uniform seems to be a little glossy. This one is more matte. But I have his hands folded behind him. Even on the hands, we've got a little bit more of a realistic flesh tone on the new one here. It looks, I mean, he looks pretty good. It's a really good, even than the old one, it's a really good representation of Peter Cushing. Looking at articulation on this, we have the same head with a, I don't know if we can pop that head off. I'm probably going to custom kit bash this old one and I'll put the new one up. I'll make some kind of random Grand Moff guy. Looking at articulation, we've got, it is a ball hinge on the top of a static neck. We've got full rotation on that. A little bit down, a little bit up, not a whole lot of movement on the head. Teensy bit head tilt there. Full rotation on the arms all the way around. Shoulder hinge up to there into a T formation. We've got a shoulder hinge with a swivel, and then full rotation on the wrist with an in and out on the left and a in and out on the right. He does have a trigger finger, but this one does not. He does not come with a weapon. So I mean, if you wanted to put one of those like military, high-end military blaster pistols like that come with Moff Gideon or Grand Admiral Thrawn or Admiral Piett, one of those guys, you would be able to do that. Down to the waist, we've got a ball hinge for some hula hoop and some waist swivel. That's about it. Legs out to right about there. We do have a thigh swivel on there and a double knee going back to right about there where that boot catches the back of the pants where the jodhpurs are. It is pins just like the old one. No boot swivel on there, but we do have detents on the feet and a forward rocker on the feet. And just like my other one, it does have a tiny bit of a problem standing up. I've had problems with Grand Moff Tarkin. That's why he's got the little feet stands on him. Looking at them side by side, you know, I don't know. The detail on this one is better, but I think the flesh tone on this one is a little bit more accurate. So if we could actually combine those two, we would have a perfect Grand Moff Tarkin. Of course, you know, my complaint with Black Series always is the lack of articulation compared to the other Hasbro lines. But still, he looks pretty good. This is the one I'm going to now represent on my shelf. This guy's going to get a new head, and he will go up on my custom shelf. So let's get him off of the pedestal here. We'll line him up with some other characters and we'll see how he scales up. And here we have him with the Medico Mafex, Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, the Hasbro Marvel Legend Series MCU Kingpin, the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Walmart exclusive Destro, and the Mattel DC Universe Classics Lex Luthor. All in all, I'm pretty happy with him. Like I said, this is going to be my representation of him on my... Well, I don't know. I really haven't decided yet. I may keep my original up there, and I may kit bash this one. I'm going to kit bash one of them. I've got that comic Tony Stark head that's got the black hair and the mustache, and I think that's the one that's going to go on him. But I do have I got a Mezco 1/12 Collective Magneto, helmetless Magneto head that would work really well with him too. We'll just have to see, what I end up with on that. But for the most part, I think he's a good-looking figure. It's a good representation of Grand Moff Tarkin, and either one, good representation of Peter Cushing. I do think the flesh tone on the original is more closer because he had that ghastly pallor to him. But so yeah, I mean, I give it a 7 out of 10. Again, I would give it more, but the Black Series, they just don't really do bicep swivels and double elbows, and that's just disappointing to me because the Black Series could be so much better than they are, and so much more like their other lines. So that will do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of my channel. You all have yourselves a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time. And until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.